a strategy which I put out there years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, still stands today. It's the only way you make big money. Let's look at the 4th of July, right? Let's look at these numbers and then let's look at the big picture. When it comes to choosing a car, too many people, will say, well, hey, I only have a little bit of money and, I'm going to try this Uber X out. I'm going to work my butt off, right? And yeah, you can make money. No doubt about it. You'll work a lot in Uber X or Lyft regular. You make a lot of money. But when you enter a specific arena, and there are many, many people that will testify, that'll back this up, right? When you actually go out and buy yourself a Suburban or an Escalade, a used one, you don't have to buy a new one for some extravagant fee. You can buy in a very smart way. You could buy between $25,000 and $45,000 and get the top car. You are now opening up the biggest spectrum of opportunities. And again, I will get people to back this up in videos if you want to. On this day, this gentleman here, 12 hours, made $890 plus $60 tips. $950 for 12 hours, right? Let's say you could call that about $90 on average per hour. Sorry, that's a little bit much. That's about $80 on average per hour, right? 80 times 12 is 960. Okay, had to redo the math. On this side here, 788, right? Plus $40. Call it $830 in 11 hours, right? Just under, same thing, just under $80. See, we're getting a very accurate average here. On 4th of July, how did they do it? Well, they had a bigger vehicle, right, XL. That car, because it was rather luxurious and they did not save on entering this rideshare space, they could add this comfort level to their portfolio. But here's also the big thing. Because they did not go cheap, because they saved up, because they shopped and got the right car, they also enter the private arena, which is you become your own limo driver. So on top of XL trips, busy, all day long, right? Comfort trips, very busy, and select private bookings, you are now making what? $950 plus your private trips on top? You're talking about $1,000 day, right? $1,000 day. And that is the difference, ladies and gentlemen. That is the difference between going in, which is not a bad thing to do, getting your feet wet with a Prius that I can get for $5,000, $5,500 at the auctions, right? Drive a little bit, make money, drive a full year, put in the hours, and now you have enough money to set aside a year later to get into a Suburban or an Escalade, get into these categories, money-making categories, bigger crowds of people, more tips, more competition breaking out in the car. Two families, oh, tip you 10, I'll give you another 15. Ego involved. Way more tips, right? And gas, okay, it's slightly higher. It's slightly higher than your Prius or your regular Camry, right? Driving an Escalade or a Suburban. But if you take care of these cars, if you change synthetic oil every 5,000 miles, if you do your transmission oil every 30 to 40,000 miles, you will get so many miles out of this Suburban and Escalade. And the numbers are staggering, right? Your break-even point, where you literally own that car and got all your costs back, is less than 15 months, right? So big days like this, whether you're paying off the car, right there and then, and one day, you've made your car payment in one day, and you have the other 29 now to make money, right? And I've been preaching this formula for over 5 years, and it still stands today. And I have good friends that'll back it up, and there is nothing, let me say it again, there is nothing wrong starting because you didn't have the money, you didn't have $25,000, or you didn't have the credit to go and get yourself a $25,000 XL car that you could also register as a private limo. Let's say you just didn't have that money, but you had $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 lying around, saved up. You started in X, you worked like crazy, you put that money aside, and then you took the big step up, right? These numbers are very, very, very different to just regular entry level rideshare numbers, because you say, well, I've made these numbers in X. I'm sure you have, but your X vehicle will never be able to recruit private individuals, and will never ever get the tips that you will get in this category, and will never ever build out private clients. If you want more information about that, I do have a great course online called ridesharedrivingschool.com, ridesharedrivingschool.com. Use the code RDS, capital RDS 30. Get a great discount, and the information in there is valuable. It'll teach you how to achieve these numbers. And I've met with both these drivers, and both these drivers will testify that this is the only formula that makes money.